Good morning, guys. Sorry, it's taken me a minute. I'm slow with this technology. Boom. I did it. Oh, my hair looking wild. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with y'all and do this with y'all. Sorry, I just drank my first cup of orange juice. I don't like coffee, so that doesn't work for me. So let's start off and pray. I think praying is a great way to start off. So, Lord, I just come to you and I pray that everything I say is just from your mouth, Lord. And I pray that these students and even adults watching these are just gaining something from something everyone is saying and doing, Lord. And I pray we're just putting you out there and that people are sharing it and more people that don't even know you get to see this and experience your love, even if they're just stuck at home, God. And I just pray for this time of our nation right now, and I pray that we're able to get through this together and we're able to just worship you even more. Thank you so much, God, for all that you do for us. Amen. Ooh, I'm losing my voice. This is not good. It'll be okay. I'll make it work. So, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite people, and his name's Peter. So we're going to be in Matthew 14, verse 22. And we're going to talk about when he was walking on water. And this happened right after Jesus fed the 5,000. Good morning, Roland and Jenny, and Paul, and Barry. And so this is right after Jesus fed the 5,000 with all the bread and the fish and all that. And right after he told all his disciples to hop in the boat and go to the other side of the river. You may think that sounds like it's a small distance, it'll be fine. Not a small distance. It was I don't know how long it was, but it was a very, very long way. It took them like all night to get there. So I'm sure they were probably like, this is weird, but okay. So they did it. So let's start. Immediately he made the disciples get into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowds. After dismissing the crowds, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. Well into the night he was there alone. Meanwhile, the boat was already some distance from the land, battered by the waves because the wind was against them. Jesus came towards them, walking on the sea, very early in the morning. Let me ask you this. What do you think you would do if you just saw someone walking on water? You might have just woken up because it was early in the morning. If you had to take a break from rowing, you'd probably be kind of confused. Like, maybe, is this a dream? Like, is this even real? Like, what is this? First off, who is this? I'd be tripping a little bit. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. "It's a ghost," they said, and they cried out in fear. Immediately, Jesus spoke to them. "Have courage. It is I. Don't be afraid." Do you ever have that, like that time when you're like really, really, really scared, and like you just feel his presence come over you, and you just feel that peace, knowing that it's gonna be okay, and that the ghost isn't gonna get you, or whatever you're afraid of, it can't do anything to you because you got Jesus right beside you. "Lord, if it is you," Peter answered him, "command me to come to you on the water," he said. He said, "Come." And climbing out of the boat, Peter started walking on the water and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the strength of the wind, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand, caught hold on to him, and said to him, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" When they got into the boat, the wind ceased. Then those in the boat worshipped him and said, "Truly you are the Son of God." How many times in life are we just like chasing after God, and we just turn our head the other way just because of something someone says, or we just leave God to the side because we got this, we can do it, we made it this far, why can't we do the rest by ourselves? When in all reality, God's the one that got you that far. He's the one that needs to keep taking you that far. He needs to be there for your whole journey. And I was listening to this podcast one time, and I was talking about the same thing, and is talking about all of the disciples could have gotten out and been like, I want to walk on the water too. And guess what? All of the disciples would have made it because Jesus wouldn't have let them drown. But why was Peter the only one that was brave enough to do that when they could have done it too? And even then, like after they saw him do it, they were still perfectly fine in that boat and didn't want to get out of it. Man, I just had something else I was gonna say, but I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, think about a time in your life and whenever you really, really, really want to do something, but you're so afraid. You are so scared to do it. Like, if you're scared to, like, accept Jesus, or to do something that you've never done before, or to just do something really risky that you don't know the outcome of, think about that. You could be that person that stays in the boat and never see what comes out of it and never trust God through it. But you could also be that person that just gets the courage to just go for it, knowing that Jesus has your back, that Jesus is holding your hand the whole way. Every step you take, he is right there and he's going to catch you. Think of that time and maybe try to, it's kind of hard right now since we can't go anywhere, but maybe try to conquer that fear and take that step. It's just one little step, and then it's another step. You just got to take it one step at a time. You don't got to run a mile the first step. It's just like whenever you're coming to accept Jesus, you have to take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Some days it's going to be rough and you might start sinking. But guess what? Jesus is going to stick his arm out there. He's going to pull you out of the water if you grab his hand. Keyword, you got to grab his hand. He's not going to force it, be like, hurry up, get out of the water, and make you do it. He's a gentleman, and he's going to wait for you to grab his hand, and he's going to take you by the hand. And he's going to take you on this road. And you're going to do amazing. Because you're doing it with Jesus. And everything you do with Jesus is amazing. So that's pretty much all I got. Just remember whenever you're nervous that Peter channeled all his unnervousness and just took that step out of the boat. You just got to take that small step of faith. And God will have your back no matter what. He will not let you drown. So, let's just pray us out. Dear God, I just thank you for these words you gave me, and I pray that they touch someone, Lord, and I just pray that through all this we're able to just keep in contact and stay connected. Thank you so much for social media, so we're able to FaceTime and do devotionals like this, and I just pray everyone's doing good, and I pray for strength, and I pray that we don't have fear, and we're able to just take your hand and go through this journey with you and trust that you got us, that you're not going to let us go, and that you're just going to give us so much peace through this time, God. I just pray that each and every day we're able to just seek you even more, especially now that we got so much time for you, God. I pray that we're able to not just throw you to the side just because we don't feel like it or just because we're being lazy. And I pray that we just have an amazing day, Lord, and I pray that we see your light shining, because today is Wednesday, and even though we won't get to meet at the church, it's my favorite day, and we get to talk about you and learn about you together, God. And I just thank you for everything you do for us, and I just love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen. So everyone have a good day, and today's April Fool's Day, so don't play too many pranks on your parents, but have so much fun. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all later.